Okay, so today I'm going to be walking through the OneFit client app profile and how you can integrate there. Now, when you open the app, it's going to come up with a screen that looks like this. You can already see what I've logged here, which is the lower strength. It'll ask you for today's workout. So you pick the one that you are planning on doing today. What your nutrition plan is. I've got plan 1, foundation and game day. My baseline is foundation, so I'm going to go for that. I weighed in at 94.7. So when you go up and you wake up in the morning, that's the best time to do this daily check-in. How is your sleep? How is your energy level? And then when we go through the week, we can see where the good bits and the bad bits of your week were, and then we can highlight any areas of opportunity. Now, this is my current phase here. I'm in a 100 km prep, so yours will be different depending on where we are and what we're going for. And as that pops up, then they'll be there with notes as well. The workout is below, but your habit tracker. So for your nutritional compliance, this is something that you can do at the end of today. And then you just tick and tick. And if you've done all your habits, then great. If not, then tick them. They need to be done. Steps, this integrates automatically. So because I have a Garmin, this integrates with Apple Health, but there should be, depending if you download off the Apple Store or the Android Store, there'll be Google Health or Apple Health. So you just press that button and then it will track your steps, sleep, and a few other factors there, which is super handy. They've also got MyFitnessPal, so if you like to track your food that way, then we can do. I recommend sticking to the plan as best you can, but a hybrid approach really works well depending on your circumstances. So that's after you've got into your client profile there. There'll be a cardio target depending on what sort of phase you're in. If we're in a fat burning phase, then we'll have some more low intensity steady state. If we're trying to improve our anaerobic threshold, then there'll be some other bits there, and you can do that by just tapping into the cardio there. You can see this is the meal plan section here, and there's nothing there right now, but the macros are already set. And then from physique measurements, you can see how your body weight's tracking, which is super handy, and your measurements. I haven't done my measurements, but as I go through, I would do. Sleep time, again, this integrates with your watch. So the past 2 nights, I had a 7.8 last night and 7.15 the night before. So that'll all integrate. You don't need to worry about any of this. And this is just your sort of dashboard here. Now, when you go into your training session, this is what it looks like. You have this screen, and as your cardio plan is there, you'll see what you need to do, what your steps are. My target should be at 10,000, but I haven't set that yet. And then you would pick your workout plan. So if it's lower strength, then you just go into start. However, you've got different training plans from the past that you can review back on. You've got an exercise library, so if you're unsure about other chest exercises, you've got a heap there that you can look at, full body, etc., etc. And then you can see your training history there. Now, going into the lower strength 1 program, this is how it'll look. And basically, all you need to do this first week will be a bit more admin as you input all of the data. But so for this would be a pre-activation. There's notes up here. Pre-activation, working through full range of motion and activating muscles. Rep range is just 6, so that would be 6 there. And say the weight is 0, I'd put 0. The set type, you can do this if you want. I will either allocate this for you or let you know, or just don't worry about it realistically. But if there's something specific that I want you to do, whether it's a drop set or a superset, then we will factor that into the programming there. And then for the second set, maybe I did 10 kilos because I'm warming up a little bit more. Still got the 6 reps. Boom. You can add sets and you can add notes as you please, but not super essential. If there's anything specific, then just message me directly and then you'll see that's there. Now, because this is a custom exercise, there won't be anything in there unless I've put a video, which I haven't. But for the barbell back squat, you can see that there is a demo here for exactly how you should be doing it. So her form actually isn't fantastic. She's got too much of a tilt at her hips. So I'd be looking at some more core activation, but that's a different story. So if you go in there, then you can see there, you can see your history, how you've been progressing over time. And it's a really intuitive app in that sense. You can also replace these exercises. So we all know intuitively that a squat is a leg exercise. So you could go in here and you could look at, okay, maybe I can do some back squats. Maybe I can do a front squats. You've got split squats there. You've got Cossack squats, deadlifts. So anything else that you can do that's leg related will be in there, and you can sub that out as you please. With the substitutions, aim for like. So if you're going for a barbell back squat, think about another exercise that does a similar sort of movement pattern. So that could be a hack squat, that could be a goblet squat, that could be a front squat, that could be a pendulum squat. There's heaps of different variations there, and the app is super intuitive in that sense. The rest timers I won't typically use unless it's for some sort of metabolic conditioning, so don't worry too much about that. And as you get towards the end, you'll see if there's supersets, it'll have that highlighted there, superset 2 exercises. So that just means go boom, boom, one after the other. Superset Helms row into DB tricep extension, boom, boom, one after the other. And this W here means warm up. So you can always tap in and it'll tell you exactly what you need. As you finish, how was it? It was a really good workout, save, and it'll go on from there. Now, the juice of this, which I personally love, you can connect to MyFitnessPal. You've got your macros there as you please. As we build out a nutritional library, then you can create meals and we can add them in there. But because I'm on the foundation, this is my meal log. So as I go through my day to make sure that I'm hitting all of this, I would just tap those and that says that there. And you can see meal 1 is going to be my oats, because that's my favorite dish on the planet. This is an oat, it's almost like an oat cake. It's really tasty. But if I wanted to see what the whole thing looked like, I could go meal 1. Okay, cool, got it. Meal 2. Now meal 2, there's a few different options depending on what you wanted to do with your chicken breast. So if you wanted chicken and rice, you can do that. If you wanted chicken and sweet potato, you can do that. Chicken and wraps, you can do that. All of the calories are the same, as you can see, more or less within 15 or so, which is exactly where we want to be. Proteins bang on, carbs and the fats are changed a little bit depending on the carbohydrate source. So that gives you 3 different options that you can pick for each one. This one's going to be beef mince, sweet potato, and then you've got pre-workout, and you can go from there. So again, has everything that you need. You've just got to familiarize yourself with the app, and once you do that, it is super easy. The supplement plan, I haven't assigned myself one, but the same process would apply. You'd tap into there and then it would come up the same way that it comes up here. Now with the coach hub, you can see your check-ins, which I've done the other day. How was it all? And when I do these check-ins, I will put a Loom video up here that you can follow when it loads. And you can see one fit test, Greg. So I would go through, review how the week's been, and then give you feedback there. So again, really integrated, really straightforward. And then the vault, as we go through, there'll be things specific to your goals that I want you to address. Maybe it's a mobility routine, maybe it's a morning habit routine that I want you to do, and that'll be in the onboarding pack, or it'll be low calorie alternatives. Whatever your specific goal is, I will create resources, and if there isn't a resource there, then always ask me and I'll be more than happy to provide that for you. So that's everything there. As we go through the check-ins, you can add photos. This is a random one of me after a run, but these are for progression purposes. We can do the messaging through here or through WhatsApp, but I will advise you on what the best process is there. Hey, Greg. And that is the general walkthrough of the app. So it's clean, it's integrated, and once you are familiar with how the process looks, then it is my favorite one so far. So I hope you enjoy. If you've got any questions, I'm always a message away. Don't ever think that you're asking too much with these things. This is exactly what I'm here for, and let's keep crushing it.